Faber Piano Adventures, Level 3B, pages 36 and 37. The song is called Swing Low Sweet Chariot. In this song we're going to be using multiple inversions of chords. So look at the top of page 36. Excuse me. We're going to be playing a root chord of a G. Here's middle C. Move down to G, G, B, and D. First inversion, second inversion, and a root chord. Then we're going to move to D, middle D. Root chord, first inversion, second inversion, and back to root. This is the warm-up at the top of the page if you're confused. Now the left hand warm-up, we're going to start, here's middle C, bass C, go down to G. We're going to play a G chord there, G, B, and D. First inversion, second inversion, root chord. Then go down to D, D chord. First inversion, second inversion, root chord. Get good at those. If you notice this last chord has a treble clef next to it, it's because we ended up in the treble area. Here's middle C, or one above middle C. And since these are so high, they decided to switch it to treble clef. Alright, let's get started with the piece. Here's middle C. We're going to move up and put our thumb on D, our middle on G, and our pinky on B. The left hand is going to move down to D. So here's bass C, put your thumb on D and your pinky on G. Let's take a listen to the piece and then we'll talk about the details. Okay, we slowed down there at the end because there was a ritardando in the 17th measure, so pay close attention to those markings. Now in this piece, we're in 4/4 time, so we have 4 beats in every measure. I'm going to count the first 2 measures with just playing my right hand. I want you to listen as I play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You'll notice in the second measure of the song, this chord is a dotted quarter note, or made up of dotted quarter notes. So that's a beat and a half. When we count a beat and a half, it's 1 and 2. That 2 is that extra half of a beat. Then we have 2 eighth notes, and 3, and then the last interval of that measure is another set of dotted quarter notes. We're going to play those for a beat and a half. So watch now as I play and count that measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Little extra half a beat there. So watch out for your dotted quarter notes in this piece. There's a few of them. Listen again as I play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if you're having trouble with rhythms still, you should probably write in the beats and count this piece. Now, you'll notice that that last measure I played, the 4th measure of the song, the left hand actually played a second inversion, root, first inversion, and now on measure 5, root chord of a G, second inversion of a G, C chord, D and F sharp, G and B, G and A, D and F sharp, D and G, E and G, D and G, B. So we're kind of moving around like we should be playing now in more advanced pieces. We want you to be able to recognize those intervals as you play and recognize the notes you need to move from. So let's start at measure 5. I want to show you how I figure this out without looking down. You hit a G chord. To get to the interval below, we already can fill these two. So I shift my 1 and 2 fingers to those two keys. Now my pinky's ready to play the D. My pointer finger now is on G, and I need to move down to a C chord, so I just move my thumb there and play a C chord. So the common tone from the previous chord is used to find the next chord. So the common tone from this chord was G, from that to the C chord, they both have a G. So I use that to switch my position so I don't lose the feel. Other than that, the song isn't that hard. There are some fingering changes you need to watch for. Now watch here. 5, 3. Now I can play this chord, and then I'm going to switch again, and then I'm climbing up and doing my inversions. 4th finger, 1 and 3, 1 and 5. Now this part, on measure 9, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... You got to be careful with your rhythms on there, okay? If you don't count that out, you're probably going to play it wrong. Other than that, measure 11 to the end, most of that is repeating. It is a little different though, rhythmically. I'm not going to go over it because if you're one of my students, I want to be able to see if you can figure that stuff out by now. You're in level 3B, you should be able to. Okay, that should be enough information for you to play Swing Low Sweet Chariot. Remember, if you're having rhythmic problems, write in the beats. This concludes the piece.